Thank you so much for watching this video. In the bottom right-hand corner is a button where you can watch me on fast forward, which is totally fine. And you are a sophomore, and I'm excited to tell you a few things. There's a couple goals we have for today's call. Number one, I want to scare you away. I'm gonna make you quit. If I can make you quit, then mom and dad, you can just chill, relax. You don't have to worry about this whole recruiting process, and life is easier. Number two, by the end of this video, you must decide if you want to work with me. Now, of course, we still have our call, so it's a little bit aggressive. But the reason is I want you to watch the video ideally in its entirety, even if you're watching it on fast forward, but also because I want to make sure that we're the right fit. And, we only have 15 minutes when we do our call. And when we have our call, at the end of that call, we will have to decide if we're going to work together. And the reason for that is I don't work with that many students, and every day opportunities are passing us by. So we just have to act quickly if you want to get a lot of scholarship and if you want to play for the top schools. So, and find a school you truly love. And of course, get scholarship if that's a piece of what you want. So I want to scare you away, and then I want to show you. Sorry, I can spell, I promise. I want to show you what it looks like to work with me, including the price, which is what I'm going to go over today. Okay, so let's do that. So you're a sophomore. I'm going to give you an example of a student who is a sophomore so you can see exactly what their deal is. So here's the first thing. When we work together, you're going to get a folder that looks like this, and we're going to have college options. I'm going to create a list of schools for you based off your major. They want to study math. I'm also going to create a top academic list, which is like specifically the top academic schools, and getting interest from them can get us interest from many other schools, including some Division Ones, because top academic D3 is really competitive. Then I'm going to create, we'll do it together, but we're going to have a top 15 list of schools at the D1, sometimes D2, depends on your situation, and D3 level. And we're going to keep track of everything. So like, should we follow up again? Where do we stand with them? So this way we can keep track of everything in the camps, everything like we'll talk about. Then every single time we meet, your document is going to eventually look like this. We record every single meeting and we write down the dates in which we speak. So this is a student that we started with as a sophomore. They are now committed to a Division I program, and they got $100,000 in scholarship, which is amazing. So here we record every single meeting. This is Brown. This is here. This is where he texted UCSB, texted Colgate. So I'm his dating coach. I tell him what to say, and how to say it, when to say it. We tell you what to say, which is super important, and we'll talk about that. So that's step number one. Then what we're going to do, we're going to take these steps. The first thing is your video. I know I'm going to have to fix it. At this point, I would have seen your video already, but I'm going to probably have to change something. Your intro page, no self-interview, the order. We're going to have to make more video. So I got to fix your video. Now, I make unlimited video. So I will edit all your video, which we'll talk about. The email system. Okay, so this part is quite spectacular to me. I'm very proud of it. So what this email system can do is we have the email of every single team in the country, boys and girls, of course. And we do it by division and by major and by region and by states, etc. So when we do this, so we have the emails of every single team. And then what's particularly special about this is, again, it's from your own Gmail, and you press select all, you click write emails, you go dear, #coach, #genuine, #school, you click preview, and voila, it automatically puts the coach's name for you. It automatically writes something genuine, and it puts the school's name. So every email is genuine. Then we can send it to all these schools with one button, individually to every coach from your own Gmail. Then every time you receive an email, it will automatically categorize the email as, was it a genuine response? Did you get a generic response? Should we put them in the follow-up section? Should we be texting, phone call, visits, done, etc.? Then every time you get invited to a camp, we can make a note of it and go, hey, this camp is this camp was a good invite, this one isn't, we should keep track of it, so on and so forth. Then this little robot can tell you when every single camp is. You can ask it, like, when is the AD camp for such and such, and it will send you the link. It's like ChatGPT, but for college soccer. And it's also cloned myself, so it speaks in my language. So if you were to say, like if you ask ChatGPT today, MLS Next or ECNL, it doesn't know what, like, the nuances are. This knows the nuances. It's a CollegeSoccerGuy specific AI system, specifically trained by me. I had to manually train it, but also I fed it every video I've ever done, which is literally hundreds of thousands of hours now. And it's very good about answering you pretty quick. It can also detect email, so you can feed it an email, and it will know if it's genuine or generic, and it will tell you how to respond. So it's pretty spectacular. Now, this email system is great, but we want to help you, and you're not gonna get recruited just off of that alone. We have to help you through this. So we need to pick your camps for you. You may have already started some part of this process as a sophomore, so we need to know what you've done and what you plan to do. And then your club situation. Maybe you love it. Maybe your coach isn't great. Maybe your club is helpful. Maybe they're less helpful. I don't know. So we need to talk about it. And if we need to switch teams, we'll be part of that. I'm going to pick your list, and we have to narrow it down. We have to figure out who likes you first. Once you have offer and interest that's significant, then we figure out who do I like. That's the most important part of this process. And if people say, hey, sophomore year, it's too early to begin. If that's how you feel, if you're like, sophomore is too early to begin, I am not the right person. Don't work with me. I'm here to look for the players that want to play at the highest level and want the best grades and best education. And those are the students that if you don't start now, you will lose your opportunity. To give you an idea, I make this same video for 8th graders and freshmen. So this is a video on why 8th graders should start the process. This is a video on why freshmen should have already started the process. So now I'm on yours. I'm on sophomores. So here's an example. You're going to get an email prior to with this video, I should say, and you're going to see a full example. This video literally is me working with a sophomore. Like, you'll see me with the sophomore, what we're doing. So I'd love for you to watch it so you can see the value there. And then the other thing is, you'll go, what should you have done already as a sophomore? So here's 5 things you need to do as a sophomore. And then, exactly what I recommend you should do as a sophomore, how to play college soccer as a sophomore. So if you say to me, hey, Zev, we're just not sure if we should start this process yet. That's why we're on the call with you. Hang up right now, cancel the call, and don't have the call. I am not here to convince you one way or another to start the process now. I'm here to work with students that know that it's important to start the process right now. And because of that, they potentially want my help, and they're trying to figure out if I'm the right person to help you. If you're on this call to go, should we start now? Please don't have the call. Please use my resources. Go watch my free videos. You can watch every single video. Some people get recruited just off my videos. That's amazing. So cool. But if you want individual guidance and you want to know how to go through this process and have peace of mind that you're doing everything you can, social media, emails, video, etc., that's who I'm for. And that's why our students, I have something really fun to show you. This is from a family. Today, this was yesterday. Today's the 19th. And they texted me yesterday, and they said, look, thanks again for all your help. Lila was so excited. She just got accepted to her dream school, and she got $100,000 in scholarship. And we started with her as a 9th grader. It's not to say that it's too late for you. It could also be the same. But the goal is that you get to be like her, that you get the $100,000 and you go to your dream school and you love it. And it was so cute. This was in our group chat with the mom and the dad. We have another group chat with the family, Lila. Team Lila. And, that's this one. There's another group chat with just this is just the parents. Just parents here. And then there's another one called Team Lila. And this is her getting her acceptance letter because she was super excited. We already knew she was going to get accepted, but you never know until it's official. But the coaches had told us beforehand. And then she shows us here. You can't hear it, otherwise I'd let you see it because she's screaming. And it's so cute. And it's just adorable. This is the type of video that I will take home to my, literally she's like crying. I'll take that to my funeral, my coffin. And then she says, thank you, Zev, times a million. And he even says, I wanted to take the $100,000 and pay for a trip so I get to go watch her because she's going to go play at a top school in the Midwest, and I'm out on the West Coast. So that is the goal here. Now, having said that, who do you like is really important, but academics come first. And I want you to agree with me on that. If you don't agree, we may not be the right fit. If we are the right fit, here's the problem. Your son or daughter has decided that they want to play college soccer. So if they don't like their coach, they will be miserable. And that's the really frustrating piece. My brother had a horrible experience. His coach was a complete prick. He brought on kids that were also complete pricks. One of them actually was diagnosed bipolar and pulled a gun at the school. Like, it was a horrible, that was like worst case scenario experience. But if you find a good coach like I did, my father had a heart attack when I was in college, and my coach acted as my second father. And I met my, future significant other at college. Like, it changed everything for me. So it was huge. I found to find my fiance, like, that's huge for me. So, and she's amazing, and I'm so grateful. And that's because of the experience and the mold that the college coach picks. He or she is determining your livelihood in many ways. So the reason we start now is not so you get a scholarship. It's not even so you get to play soccer. It's so if you choose to play soccer, that you love the school you go to and you find a coach you love and trust. So now let's get to the real scary part, the price structure. So when I work with students, this is basically what it looks like. I edit all your videos. So that's like really, really important to me. When I edit all your videos, when I edit all your videos, it's really important that when we do that, I get to touch all your videos. So Huddle, VO, iPhone, I want all the videos. You have the email system that no one else has. Unlimited meetings. It is mandatory that in the first month with me, that you meet with me every single week with me and my team. And then if in the first 3 months you're not being recruited by a Division III school, Division I schools may break the rules, then I will fund you. Now, this is not an offer. I cannot guarantee an offer. That's not allowed. That's illegal. But I do expect you to be talking to D3 schools in a genuine way within the 3 months. If I'm choosing to work with you, it means I think you're a good soccer player and I think you're the level for this to work. If I get at the end of the call, I would have canceled your call already because I would have seen you. I watched the videos before the calls, so I would have canceled your call if I didn't think we're the right fit. But I've seen your video at this point. I think we're the right fit soccer-wise. Now I need to get to know you as a person, know what your goals are, see if we're still the right fit. But I expect results. Now, it's really important to understand it is illegal for me to be able to directly connect you to a school. It's just not allowed. And because of that, I have to do a workaround, which is college coaches talk to me all the time, ask like, what positions are you looking for? Or what positions do you have? I ask them, they come on my podcast. This is this video here, which is sent to the ninth graders. This is me, sent to eighth graders. This is me talking to a college coach. There's an interview here. I can send you this link too, where I'm talking to the college coach herself and saying like, you're on your body, what kind of positions you're looking for. But I can't directly connect you. I'm not allowed. It's an agent and it's illegal in the NCAA. So instead, I become your dating coach. I tell you what to say, how to say it, etc. So now I want to show you like what it looks like with me on a day-to-day. So this is what it looks like. The first thing is you're going to get a coach plus me. The reason there's two of us is NCAA rules change all the time. So I have to go to conferences. I have to go to games. I have to go watch and talk to coaches. I also have to edit all your videos. I have to pick your ID camps. I have to read all your emails. So I'm working for you over here. Now, your coach, who's a former student of mine and went on to play college soccer and earn a scholarship of a minimum of $60,000, upwards of $250,000. And now this is their full-time job. They work for me. So I've known them for a long time, and they get how I operate because I don't operate like most. I'm very hands-on, proactive with you through this whole process. So you're going to get both of us. Now we're going to talk through an app that will show you how that works. But we'll have a channel just for mom and dad with me, and then another channel just for mom, dad, athlete, coach, and me. So that way, mom and dad, if you want to message me privately, you can. But your Zoom meetings will not be with me. They will be with your coach. Now, I will edit all your videos. I want to go through game video review and say, hey, this is how you can improve as a player, because most of the recruiting process is video. You'll go to a camp, they'll see you for 2 hours. You'll go to a showcase, they'll see you for 30 minutes. Then you'll repeat that a couple times, but then they got to see the video to confirm what they saw in person so they know, oh, this is what else you can do. So I might even go through the game video with you and go, hey, you're missing crosses. I need you to deliver more crosses. And you'll go to your league games, which are irrelevant because most coaches never come to your league games, and work on that moment, even if you mess it up 15 times, so I can have a clip of it. So I want to help you get better, but I also need the video to show to coaches what you're capable of. Then you're going to get the Google Drive like you saw with the document where we keep track and the email system. And then we're an annual fee. So we're with you for 1 year. After the 1 year, if you need more help, we create a custom plan. The goal is after 1 year, you do not need us any longer. That is the point. You will keep the email system, you'll keep the Google Drive, you'll keep all your videos, and at this point you will have experienced getting recruited, phone calls, emails, genuine, generic, and you will know how to do the process. Now, some people say, hey, Zev, we still want your help. You were so amazing. Can your team still help us through this process? And of course, we create a custom plan at that point. You may not need the entire year again. It may be, a month or two. I don't know yet, but at that point, we create a custom plan for you. Now, if in the first 3 months you're not being recruited, I refund you. And if you have above a 3.7, 98% of our students have received a minimum of 60,000, upwards of 250. Now, if you say like, Zev, what's your record, or why is it not 100? Some students quit while we're doing the process. They go, Zev, there's a lot of work. I don't want to do it anymore. And that's why I'm trying to scare you away. Going back to our very first goals of what we talked about, I want to try and scare you away. And then the other percentage is some of you, which is great, are top academic. And maybe you get into Notre Dame or Harvard, but you're not the level for the soccer team. Now, we will do our part to make sure they see you. We will let them know that we're applying. We'll let them know that we're interested. But some students don't get into those schools. And if they get into Notre Dame but cannot play soccer there, and they also get into a D3 top academic, I will tell them to go whichever school that their heart desires, regardless of soccer, even if it worsens my success rate. I want you guys to go to top academic schools. That's where I want you to be happy with when you go to those schools. And then you will see a list of every single student we've ever committed. You'll see this list, which is like how much scholarship every student received, And also you'll see their Google Drive information. So you can see like what was in their Google Drive and their phone numbers. This is every single student I've ever committed. I have to add 2 more to the list. We just had 1 commit to Caltech. That was today. You want to see? I want to show you. This is Gavin. They just texted me today, 12 December 19th. They just committed to Caltech, which is awesome. And then we have another one that just committed to Kenyon, and she got 100K. We don't know how much he got yet, but he said he thinks he's going to get about 60K, which is freaking amazing, of course. So, having said that, the next piece is this. When I'm working with students, I want you guys to look at this. These are the other students we've spoken to. This is a text message we got about the 100K and all that I showed you. This is a testimonial of Division I, 100,000. This student is the earliest to ever commit to Duke ever in the history of Duke. And we started with them 8th grade year, so I'm not trying to rush you, but we do have to get going. And then this is the family I already spoke about. And then my website has a bunch of other students, if you haven't already seen, you probably already have, but a bunch of other students who have committed, including their phone numbers. I want you to talk to them. I like being transparent so you guys can decide if I'm the right fit for you. Now, on our call, I have to decide if you're the right fit for me. So that is the next stage, is we'll get on the call together, but I just want to be clear. If you're concerned if this is the right time to begin, then I strongly recommend you are going to receive these emails as a sophomore. Please watch these emails, and these videos, if after you watch them, you go, we're not, it's too early, then don't work with me. And the analogy I want to give you is if you go to the Apple store and you show up on time and it's the new iPhone, you're going to be in the back of the line. There's no on time. There's either late or early. And of course, most of us would prefer, I would think, to be early. And if you're early and they say, look, we're still working on our juniors, but keep us updated, that's the best answer you can get. Now they know who you are, you're in the front of the line, and you can keep them updated. What's the only other answer you're going to receive is, hey, thanks for letting us know who you are. We've already have other players that we're thinking about, but keep us updated. That's the worst scenario. You do not want that. And it doesn't cost us any money, meaning, yes, I charge a fee, but sending emails is free. I don't want you to go to any ID camps unless you actually want to go to the school. So if you're starting sophomore year worried, well, if we start now, it's a lot more money. No. We're just going to send email and video. We're not going anywhere or doing anything that we wouldn't have already done for club soccer anyways, unless they show a ton of genuine interest, in which case, yes, then we might go to a camp because that serves us. But we're not just going to go to a bunch of random camps as a sophomore. We're going to be very strategic. Okay, excellent. I've really enjoyed this. Let's see if we achieved our goals today. Hopefully I scared you away. By the end of today, you have to decide if you want to work with me, and I showed you how to work with me. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to talking to you soon.